Lovelies, my name is Jessica and welcome to Makeup.misfit. And I have a late update for Project Level Up, but because I wasn't able to get this up on time, I figured today would be a perfect day to do this update, but do it a little bit differently than normal. So I will explain that in just a moment, but last month I leveled on up from 3 to 4 and I rolled in the Cosmic Beauty Delicious Delights palette. Now, of course, reaching for every shade 4 times is one goal and then hitting 4 pans is the other goal. And usually by this point, after I roll in a palette, I have reached my usage goal. But unfortunately, this time I have not. Now, that's not to say that I haven't been reaching for this palette. Every shade in here has at least the one use. Most do have 3 to 5 uses on them, but there's a few shades that are still sitting at that one use that I just haven't been gravitating and wanting to use. This also has been slightly put off to the side. I have been taking my time and reaching for other eyeshadows that are in other projects and making sure that I reach those goals to continue on and let those projects, roll on and get some usage going. So I'm happy with the way that I've been doing my eyes recently, but unfortunately this palette has been taking a little bit of a backseat, but I still try and reach for it when I feel and when I can. So with that, this is what we are currently looking like. Now I'm going to get into this quickly and tell you guys what the usages are in this palette. Here is my little notes right here. So the very first top row, every single shade has only one use on it. So this is something that I really want to focus in on over the next couple of weeks and make sure I reach for them another 3 times to get up to my 4 use goal. This shade here has 3 uses, which is kind of surprising because there already looks like a decent dip going on in that shade. This may be one that I choose to hit pan on, but I haven't quite selected or decided what I want those shades to be yet. So even there's a few shades in here that have nice little dips that look like they're happening, there really hasn't been a ton of use on them. So they may or may not be the ones that I end up hitting pan on, but we'll just have to see how my usage goes with this palette over time. Then the shade Smoothie here, I also have a total of 3 uses. This shade here, Candy Floss, I have a total of, Sprinkles. I lied. Sprinkles does have 4 uses on it. Smoothie has 3. Candy Floss has 5. Marshmallow has 3, but I feel like it might be at 4, but we're just going to stick with the 3 uses that I have marked down. And then we have buttercream here that only has 1 use as well. Gingerbread also has 1 use. This is a frosting, and this one actually has 4 uses. And surprisingly, this one has more of a dip going than Candy Floss right here. But I really do like to actually pair these two together. I've done that a couple of times, and I've enjoyed it. Then we are moving on to Milkshake, which has a total of 5. Jelly Bean and Charms both have their 4 uses on them. Sugar Plum is sitting at 3. These 3 shades right here only have 1 use on them each. And then Delicious right here has its 4 uses. So I haven't done too bad considering it's mainly just this row, these 2 shades, and here. So essentially half the palette. When you look at it that way, half the palette has 1 use. The other half of the palette has anywhere between 3, mainly 4, or even 5 uses on it. So I think clearly I'm gravitating towards the pinks and the purples in the center. There was one day when I used like pretty much this whole middle row, minus obviously the yellow and the orange, and then this sprinkle shade here, which is a nice duochrome. I like putting that on the lid. It's been easy to use, so I've been enjoying that one. So that is where we are sitting at. And again, like I said, I haven't decided on what the shades are that I'm going to hit pan on, but these 4 right here have the usage showing in them already. And even though I've reached for those a total of 4 times minus Sugar Plum right here that has 3 uses on it, I think it's not going to take me too long to be able to hit pan in those 4 shades. So maybe by the next update I can have this palette rolled out, get my 3 uses on the shades that I still need to reach my 4 use goal on, and then focus in on those 4 shimmers. I would like to have a pan and a matte, but the brush that I'm using right now is a fluffier crease brush that I like to use sometimes as well. So I don't think I'm going to be really showing any progress in any of the mattes anytime soon. So I wouldn't mind having 4 pans in the shimmers in this palette, but we'll just have to see how it goes. They're easy to use. I enjoy them, and we're going to see where we are next month. Now, I said I'm going to do this a little bit differently. Now, what I'm going to do is last month I had, leveled on up, and there was a comment by Sarah Eve who threw in a look that she would like for me to do. So I figured I would do this on camera with you guys. I was going to do a separate video, but because I didn't end up filming this when I would have liked to, I figured I might as well throw this in with this update and kind of tie this update together this month with a look. So the shades that she wanted me to use, I swatched out and I thought they were beautiful together. I have kind of used most of the shades together just in different ways and with something different on the lid. But the shade Marshmallow, Jelly Bean, and Charms, and then the shade Fuzzy. So it's one of these two. I think it's this one. Yeah, this is the green shimmer. So at least Fuzzy is going to get its second use today, which I'm really excited about. So these 4 shades right here, I'm going to dip into and do a look for you guys. And then I think I'm also going to throw in Delicious in the inner corner just to give it a little bit more of a pop. But I'm really excited because I have thoroughly enjoyed wearing these two together. I kind of put them both in the outer corner. This time around, she had suggested a Marshmallow as the transition, Jelly Bean in the crease, Charms on the outer corner, and then Fizzy all over the lid. So we're gonna do what she had asked for. If there's anything that you guys would like to see me do, as I mentioned last update, please throw it down below and I will do a video on that as well. I thought that, since she suggested it, I should do an actual video. So I have my brushes right over here, so I am ready to dive on in. So we are going to try and zoom in here, pull this closer. Whoa. I don't know. We'll see how I can do this. Okay. So first I'm going to dip into the shade Marshmallow right here and use that as my transition, which, like I said, I have really been enjoying using this palette when I have reached for it. It just hasn't been as often as I would have liked, or as many like solid looks as I would have liked. I probably should have like thrown my bangs off to the side, but that's okay. I believe it's the neutrals that they came out with along with the couturals, but I wanted the neutrals palette. And then after like the first time I had reached for this outside of this project, I wasn't quite sure if I actually wanted, gonna dip into Charms here, or Jelly Bean, sorry. I wasn't quite sure if I actually wanted to purchase that palette, but I think after using this, like kind of as regularly as I could, I think I do. I really want to try a few more of their palettes. I know that, the ones prior to this even had some really good reviews. But I was kind of just looking for a color story that made sense to me. As beautiful as some of those other ones are, they just weren't quite up my alley. So I figured that the neutrals one was perfect. It was a good neutral palette to try and get into as well. So I would like to actually purchase that. So if any of you have tried that palette, let me know what you think of it. Because I do think that it is something, just dipping into Charms, something that I would like to try out, and something that I think I'm going to actually enjoy. So we are just working Charms into the outer, whoops, I dipped into the wrong shade, into the outer V. I dipped back into Jelly Bean, so it's not going to mix anything up. We're good. Oh, I should have really like thrown my bangs, clipped my bangs back or something for this. I didn't even bring a clip, but that's okay. So like I said, I've used these shades together before, kind of because she had mentioned it, so I wanted to see how they would look, and then I just used something else on the lid. So I have not actually done this look yet, so I am curious and excited to see how it's going to pull together with Fizzy all over the lid, and then I'm going to throw Delicious into the inner corner just to give it a little pop. It does have a blue shift to it, but I found that when I did use it on the lid, it pulled more purple, so I figured it would be perfect for this look because it is very like pink and purple, which I have obviously been reaching for quite often with this palette. So we are going to dip into the shade Fizzy, and we are going to just throw this all over the lid. I might end up reaching for it with my finger, just to give it a little bit more impact, but we'll just see how this goes first. And then when I swatched it out, I thought that the color story was absolutely beautiful. So I was really excited to do this look, and I just haven't really had a chance to sit down and film. Work has been insanely busy. So I am really excited because I'm finally moving positions. I can't remember what I had mentioned last about it, if I was like still in the interview process or anything like that, but I did get a new position um at work, and I finally have a start date, which is next Saturday. And that means this Thursday is my last day in the office. My whole schedule is shifting. Like, I'm working Saturdays to Wednesdays. I got Thursday, Fridays off, but I'm working nights, so I'll be working like 4 until midnight, which I'm not completely upset about. A lot of people don't seem to understand why I'm okay with it, which I get. Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 is what everybody kind of aims for, but this is just gonna work out so much better for me. I've got my part-time job that I work nights anyway, so it's not like any different for me in that sense. I'm already used to working till at least 10 o'clock at night, and then the only reason I haven't worked until 11 is because I do have to wake up in the morning to go to work for 8:30. So it just didn't make sense to me to stay any later than 10 o'clock on the nights that I do work. However, now I don't have to worry about that because I don't work in the mornings, which gives me so much more time to sit down and film and do videos for you guys, which I am so excited about because now I actually have time to do this. And I'm hoping that I'm not going to be like as thrown off or as like scrambling to try and find the time to film, because sometimes I have come home on my lunch break to film, and if I have plans on my lunch, sometimes it just doesn't work out, and that's kind of what ended up happening this past week. So I wasn't really able to get this video updated for you guys, and now I'm gonna have the days to do that, and I'm just so excited to be able to put more effort and thought and everything into this channel. So I'm really hoping that this is going to be a good thing and that this channel can just like take off even more, because I'm so excited about it. And if there's any other types of videos that you guys want to see, because now that I have the time, I can actually like try and do more. I know I have fallen off of my empties. I only did January. I have fallen off of Panicure once again, but I mean, that's a story I'll get into like at another time. But if there's anything, I can just let me know down below. Let me know if you want to get back into the empties and stuff like that. It's definitely not going to be as updated as I would have liked it to be, but that's okay. And I know I mentioned I do have a project that I want to bring back so badly, and now I can like actually sit down and really figure out how to make it work, because I'm trying to revamp it. Just going into delicious here. Um, I'm just excited. It's going to benefit me so much more switching jobs, and just mentally, mentally, um, financially, and it's just going to like give me so much more time during the day to get things done and do what I need to do, and I'm just really, really excited for it. So, that is happening soon. So we're gonna have to see. I can probably still keep my schedule with everything, like my posting schedule, because like I said, I'm gonna have all the time in the day if I don't have running around and stuff to do to like sit down and film and do things. I've got lots of time, so I am really excited about that. But yeah, it's gonna be a good move. I'm really looking forward to it. It is something that I have been needing for a very long time now, and I just finally had to bite the bullet and do what was best for me and move on from the position that I'm in, from the office that I'm in. It's not that it was a bad job. Like, I really didn't mind that. I didn't mind the people that I worked with. It was just the environment. It was just where I'm at. It was the location. It was a few things. I've made so many friends that it's been like really hard to kind of let go of that. So I'm a little nervous to see how this week is going to go, because I'm going from seeing a lot of people on the regular to absolutely nobody, pretty much. I will be working by myself once I'm finished training, and I'm okay with that. I don't mind working by myself, and some people just don't like that, but that's okay. I don't mind it. But I think that this is just going to be a really, really good move for me. So I am very excited to actually get this going, and like the fact that it's coming to an end so soon is kind of crazy all at the same time. But like I said, I have the time to sit down and film and put in the energy and the effort and everything into this channel. And I am so excited to be able to finally have like good day lighting and good time and good, you know, I'm not coming home from work feeling like now I have to film and I'm so tired and I don't have the proper lighting in the winter and all of this other stuff. So I think it's going to be a really, really good move in so many different ways, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm excited. So this is the look that I have done so far. So that was a marshmallow in the crease, jelly bean in, no, marshmallow as the transition, jelly bean in the crease, charms on the outer corner, and then fizzy all over the lid, and then I threw delicious in the inner corner. So I'm going to pause this. I'm going to go throw on my eyeliner. I will throw on my mascara, and then I will come back and we will chat. All right, so I am back with the completed look. I think it's beautiful. I am so happy with how this had turned out. Thank you so much, Sarah, for the suggestions. Like I said, after I had seen her comment, I kind of started dipping into Charm and Jelly Bean quite a bit with each other, but just throwing fizzy on the lid kind of ties it in differently than how I've used it before, because I didn't use that shade. Obviously, I only had one use on it. I was wearing a lot of candy floss and frosting together on the lid when I would do, you know, these shades. I would also throw in that milkshake in the crease as well, which is the lighter purple matte. I just have really been enjoying the middle of the palette. So I do need to expand and reach for the other half of the palette. So I did mark down my new marks on here. So I have 2 uses on fizzy now. I officially have 4 recorded marks for marshmallow. And then I do have 5 uses now for jelly bean, charms, and delicious. So hopefully next month I can get things up a little bit more and make sure I reach 4 uses on everything. And if I can hit 4 pans, that would be even better. I really do want to focus in on this palette just a little bit more now, and see where it takes me over the next few weeks. So if you have any suggestions, even preferably the shades that I need to reach my 4 uses on, let me know some looks down in the description box and I will do a video on them for you guys, and I will absolutely love and enjoy trying to do so. So that is it for now. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully next month I reach my goals, but that's it for now. So once again, once I throw off my outro, I'm just completely thrown off, but that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys all later. Bye.